They're judging you.
No. Okay.
It's okay. We'll start now, though. Sound good?
Good. Go. Because you have
10, 9, 8, now fellas, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This week on Humpcast, we get to spend the evening with actress and filmmaker Jennifer Nangle. We talk about indie filmmaking, my latest project and hers, and some news that'll entertain you. You're listening to Humpcast. Welcome to Humpcast, everybody, the show where a couple of buds get buzz and listen to Vitas while sipping on mango margaritas. I love that.
I've had way more than you have, by the way.
Okay, because of the drink that I made you and you had 2 sips, congratulations. Just like every episode, we start off with an alcoholic beverage of some sort. Tonight, if you didn't already know, we're sipping on some mango margaritas while listening to Vitas. And if you didn't know, my name's Garrett Lee, and today we have a very special guest. Her name is Jennifer Nangle. Nangle. Jenn
It's
Nangle.
not Jenny this time.
Jenny Nangle.
Oh,
Oh, Nangle, comma Jenny. Boom.
I'm still Jenny for the ball.
No, she's not. Yeah, she's a recurring guest, of course. She's been on here a few times. She's a fan and friend of the show. Thanks for making the trip.
Hey.
Ryan D has other entertainment things that he's doing, and Jason Lee is currently having car troubles. So right now we're just going to be hanging out.
You're stuck with me.
Fine.
I'm like twisting your arm.
It's okay. I like it. It's all right.
Ooh.
So Jen, for the fans and the friends and the people that don't know you,
I think everybody pretty much knows.
what do you do? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
He is retired. No. I am an actress and indie filmmaker.
Ooh, you make in indies?
Yes.
Yes.
Mostly the horror genre.
Really?
Yes. I like
What are some things that people can know you from? Give me like this much more and I'll start making sense. Don't worry about it.
God, drink.
Okay, talk while I do this.
Okay, I'll talk really slowly so you can drink. People may know me from 1031 or Malvolia the Queen of Screams. It's really funny because I am Malvolia the Queen of Screams in 1031 and not a lot of people have put the two together.
What?
I don't know.
Spoiler.
I had a show before 1031. What else? I'm in the upcoming horror anthology Lilith.
Ooh, what's Lilith? So tell us then some of your projects then that you have coming up right now.
Okay, so Lilith is coming out. That was directed, not written, because he had a bunch of writers. Directed by Alex Huang, and it's a horror anthology about the Lilith demon.
Who is the Lilith demon? What is and who is?
You should not have fed me so much alcohol, or else I would have prepared.
It's kind of the show.
Okay, so she's a demon, like known as like a Jewish demon and Jewish, and she's intoxicating, she's sexual.
I like it already. Sign my soul up.
I was lucky enough to do my segment with Mr. Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells. Who's that?
I was going to say, no, because I didn't know who he was.
I'm the worst when it comes to knowing anybody. So besides people I actually work with, I don't know anyone's names.
He is, oh God, because I've had some drinks. He worked with Arnold Schwarzenegger on that movie.
Oh, Terminator?
No. That
Predator?
other movie, Predator, maybe?
Is it?
I don't think so.
Jingle All the Way.
No. If I wasn't live, I'd have to go on IMDb.
Oh yeah, you have your phone. Never mind.
And Kristen Zwiga just said Jenn is Lilith. Yes, I am Lilith. I do play Lilith. Absolutely.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. You can watch the trailer. The trailer is on YouTube right now. Almost like.
Oh, nice. So check it out. Where can they go on YouTube to find it?
search Lilith the movie because it's on Alex's account.
Okay. Perfect. You are just
I'm so prepared.
an abundance of information right now. I'm glad. So, if you can get Alex.
Commando! Yes, Phil! Yes, okay, so Vernon was part of Commando.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yes.
I was
thank
actually
you.
okay, cool. I can see how you would have thought Predator. I was like, Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you worked with Vernon Wells.
Mhm.
Nice. And what did he do?
He's an actor. He was in the original Mad Max
Okay.
with Mel Gibson.
Okay.
So his career spans like crazy.
Is this distracting to anyone else?
Yes!
I thought it would be fun to just have it in the background while we were talking, but I can't stop moving to this song.
So yeah. So
Okay, no, that's enough of that.
I almost got you on there.
Too bad. All right. Go back there. Boom. All right. So right now you're working on a few projects actually. So it's really good to have a working actress on here, of course. What's the latest thing you said just got announced today?
Inverted.
Inverted.
Yes.
Now, besides having different sexual positions that can be inverted, what is the?
Which I do.
Which you do? Okay. What?
In the movie.
Oh, in the movie.
Whoa. Where
What
did
is-
your mind go?
I don't know.
Okay.
The gutter. What is inverted? And tell us about that project.
So basically how this came about was I was tagged in a post to audition, and when I opened up the post, there was like a bunch of roles, but the only ones that I was really kind of connecting with or was right for was like woman number 1, woman number 2,
Yes.
and we all know what those roles are like.
No. What
No,
does that mean?
you don't. Okay.
What does that mean?
So basically, if you don't have a name, you're usually like, supporting or co-starring or whatever. And so I didn't know where this film was being filmed. So I was kind of like really reluctant on submitting. So I emailed the director, Tristan Clay, and I sent him all my stuff. I sent him Malvolia, I sent him like Slit, I sent him everything. And I was like, I'm not really sure exactly like what I would be right for or what you think you would want me for. So if you want me to audition, you just send me the sides, whatever. He sends me back woman number 1.
Yes.
And I'm kind of like, okay, great. So I read the sides.
I feel like that would just at least be better than woman number 2.
True. Well, I mean, now that I know what I know, it isn't. But
Tell me then. Keep going with your story.
So I read the sides, and this is beyond my comfort zone. Like this is beyond something that I've ever done ever.
Okay.
Like my mom, I worry when she watches this because this is going to be some craziness. But it's really out there. It was really commanding, demanding. It's pretty much like Malvolia, but not like gothic. It's like real. So I did the scene. I did the sides. I sent it off to him. And I was supposed to hear back like that following Monday. I heard back from him Sunday night. And it was like, we've watched so many auditions for this role. And he's like, you're the only one.
Aww.
I know, it was really sweet.
How
It was really
sweet.
amazing. He's like, you're the only one that actually gets it. And
You're the only one who can do this, Jenny.
No, he didn't say it.
He didn't say Jenny?
No, he didn't really say it like that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But so I was like, oh my God, okay, so woman number 1. So I'm thinking it's kind of like Irrational Fear when I went to Wisconsin. So when I went to Irrational Fear for Wisconsin, I was only there for 4 days. I was the first death. It's really quick.
Spoiler.
Oh shit, sorry.
You're really good at this.
Anyway, so sorry guys. So
I would say we can edit it out, but I don't want to. So next.
and now we're live too.
And we're also live. Welcome to the 21st century.
There's probably gonna be a lot of spoilers, you guys, because Garrett fed me a lot of alcohol.
Shut up.
Okay, I fed myself.
Actually, no, shut up. We need more time.
So anyway, so he offers me the role, and
Okay.
I'm like, awesome, cool. How many days are you gonna need me? Because I'm thinking it's like 4. He's like, well, I'm gonna need you like 2 weeks because you're one of the leads. And I went, what? Woman number 1 is a lead?
Dun, dun, dun.
Lots of hearts. Thank you, guys.
Nice.
So I read the script that night. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild ride. It's basically about this cult in the 70s.
Yes.
But it's not like the cult that everybody thinks of. It's
not like the cult.
the cult. It's not like Manson or anything. It's a woman-driven cult that kidnaps for sacrifices for inverts, and I put him through the ringer. I'm the right hand woman to the cult leader, and so I basically tell people what to do and what to say and how to act, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited because this is something that I would never be up for. No one would ever have me read for, or no one would ever cast me for, except for Tristan Clay. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty. Okay, so how does this differ then from like all the projects you've done before? Then I want to know that. Like, how after you've gotten all the information, got the script, everything like that, how does this compare to like everything else you've done? Because I know you've directed, you've written, you've acted in various different things. Like, what is this newer experience? This is definitely going to be a step up, right?
This is a huge step up because this is my first lead in a feature film, which I've never been able to do. It's also something that, again, I would never be up for, and I can just focus on acting. I don't have to direct. I don't have to produce. I don't have to edit. I don't have to care about wardrobe. Or
no Jenn Nangle cupcakes?
No Jenn Nangle cupcakes.
Damn.
That only happened one time.
There's cupcakes or cookies. There's always something like that.
But yeah, I don't have to worry about food or when, people are going to come or answer the door and let people in so we can film. I don't have to worry about anything. I can just focus on acting.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That kind of leads us into the next thing we're talking about. It was more in, like, there's super different levels, I think, of filmmaking. And at the very beginning, usually, people will start at, like, I want to call it micro indie. There's indie films that you'll, like, think of, and you're like, oh, okay, I know it. The casual moviegoer will be like, oh, something like, I don't know, like Juno or something, along those lines. Yeah. And then there's, like, 1,000 different levels before that.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah. So other stuff that we worked on for people that don't know, like is like YouTube stuff that we just like really
no budget,
zero budget,
nothing. Like everybody's donating their time, effort,
everything,
energy. Time.
All the props are like, okay, everyone, what's in your pockets?
Or most of the time it's like, shit. Well, how much room do I have on my credit card? What can I buy on Amazon Prime?
And definitely like me, like I literally drive around and people know this now. They're like, Garrett, what's in your trunk that we can use for this set? And I'm like, well, I have a few things.
Oh my God. When we did Malvolia, the Christmas episode, the Krampus one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just kept going back to my trunk and pulling out things like, will this work? Will this work?
And then he goes out to the garden and grabs all these like leaves and trees and stuff, and it worked.
It did work, yeah. I was like, boom, like, I'm like the MacGyver of
that's kind of why I keep you around.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like, you have to really be able to just, like, dig deep and find different things that'll work, and, like, especially if you don't have producers or anyone that'll really give you money for it.
I mean, you always have to think
before you make it.
Yeah, you always have to think outside the box. If we look at Malvolia, the Queen of Screams, I mean, what am I normally doing? I'm just standing in front of curtains, So I know that as an actor, I have to make it interesting. I have to make it real or entertaining or theatrical for people to actually kind of not look at the background and focus on what I'm doing. And so I think where I'm at in very indie horror making. You're smiling.
Oh, I'm reading the comments in the section. You've been now called Jenny the Spoiler Queen.
Oh my God! Who called me that?
Gregory Blair.
Thanks, Gregory Blair. It's true though.
Jenny, Queen of Spoilers.
It's true. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But I am the first to die in Irrational Fear. So, I always concentrate more on story because I feel like if the story is there and then the acting is there, people don't really care about what's going on in the background.
Yeah, actually, a lot of people, subscribe to that too. And I agree for the most part too. There's been plenty of times where I'm watching and I'm so riveted by what's going on, what you're supposed to focus on, that it takes me a couple viewings to really notice, oh, wait, that wasn't there before. But then I start getting Huh? I'm not talking about just
Not
your
just talking
stuff.
about me. Okay, because I was like, I wear a low cut top on purpose.
Look at this.
Look at these.
Look at
Hey.
these. Congrats. No, that's one thing that it always gets me. I'm a big continuity guy, and so like every project I've worked at, I'm like, that was moved, that was not there before, that was this, and they're like, it's fine, it's very much in the background, like it's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but, and it's just like my like not ADD, the other one, my OCD, just kind of like kicking in, not like full blown OCD, but just like I see things, and I'm like, that's not how it was supposed to be. That's not.
I don't know if I've ever witnessed that with you.
We haven't done very many proper set heavy things.
Oh, true.
So,
Except for the drinks, but
but I was in charge of that.
oh,
So everything was perfect. Speaking of what we were talking about, that's a film that we actually wrote and directed together.
Oh, what,
and
the
acted
pill?
in.
The pill.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so glad that you're excited
No,
about
I
it.
was talking
Oh, the
about
pill.
Malvolia. I forgot about the pill right now. But yeah, the pill.
Do you want to tell people what the pill is? And you said it's already getting ready to be distributed, right?
Distributed. Yeah, it's part of the 60 Seconds to Die.
Shout out 60 Seconds to Die. Boo, boo, boo.
Yeah, you can't do the little thingy thing?
Not on this. I'm getting a new computer and I'm getting new equipment soon. This is actually one of the final episodes of Humpcast with this setup. Things are about to change. And I'll just say that. No spoilers, because my name's not Jenny Nangle.
Oh my
But yeah, working on some stuff, working on some things. Also,
You're so
side note,
secretive.
yes, side note, next week is gonna be our 4-year anniversary. What? I know. I was kind of
That's a
shocked
long
too.
time.
Ryan brought this up to me. He was like, "Dude,
What are you guys doing for it?
I will tell you soon. So keep your ears to the pavement."
So mysterious, this guy.
I pull out the most corny old school saying. Keep your ears to the pavement, oh kids. I'm a
Wow.
leprechaun. Also, what is this? Oh, we are also celebrating Happy Steak and Blowjob Day because for the people listening, it is today. For people watching, it is tomorrow. Do you not know what this is? What? Okay. So I'm so glad you're here. I can tell you what it is for the first
Awesome. I
time.
cannot wait.
So every February 14th, we have a
It's
wonderful. Every February 14th, we have a wonderful holiday that is typically and traditionally like a romantic holiday where guys, or usually, I'm saying traditionally, guys do something very romantic for their girlfriends. Obviously, there are like tons of different variations of couples, and that's not what this was invented for. 1 month after, we have Steak and Blowjob Day, which is supposed to be the invert of that, because I inverted it.
You inverted yourself.
Where I guess you could say the female gives a steak and a blowjob to the male.
Fascinating. I've never heard of this in my life.
I didn't come up with it, but it
Sure
was
you
something
didn't.
it was something that like popped up probably like 4 or 5 years ago that we saw,
Really?
and it's been something that we celebrate every single year.
Together? You guys?
No,
Together?
I mean generally everyone has a girlfriend, or now Ricky has a wife, so
Oh.
we'll see. I'm single now, so I don't know. We'll see. I want a steak tomorrow. That's what I really want a steak tomorrow. But yes,
Chad just said best day ever.
Right?
Awesome, Chad.
Chad knows what's
Awesome.
up. Chad knows what's up.
Of course he does. He told me I needed to wear a burqa earlier.
I don't know what that means. No, I do know what that means. Actually, sorry. Why?
Did you? Oh, you didn't see the picture in my story.
Oh, that one. Nah. Why would you want to wear a burqa? Put a burqa over that.
That was funny. No,
I
it
don't
was
know.
funny.
Whatever. Also, this is, I believe, our St. Patrick's Day episode as well. So happy St. All right. So we had some very weird technical difficulties,
Can you hear me now?
and my computer decided to try to restart on its own. So we lost the live feed from me, and I don't know how much we lost from the audio track so far, but either way, we're going to jump right back into it.
Awesome.
So Jen's still live, so that's fine.
Hey.
So if you want, well, it's just pointed at you, so I guess whoever's going, hey guys, howdy. Yeah, you can keep going with that. We'll just do, what is this, an audio podcast? We'll just do an audio podcast.
Audio podcast.
Perfect. I also lost all of my stories and everything that was
Oh,
open. So
Do you want me to just keep talking?
I don't remember what we were talking about.
We were talking about filmmaking and
Oh,
the
microfilming.
pill. We
The
were
pill.
talking about the pill.
So let them know kind of what the pill was, its inception, a little bit of a synopsis. Don't give away spoilers. There you go.
Oh. Now this is going to be a thing. Just
I'm
like
trying to get
Jenny.
the programs back up, Jenny.
It's going to be like, Jen, don't spoil everything.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to be everyone that's ever known you
Whatever.
forever.
Whatever. Okay, so 60 Seconds to Die.
Mm-hmm.
When that came about, I was like, I want to do something. And Garrett was like, yeah, I'm game. And then it was like, well, what do you want to do? Because I'm so fried from Malvolia 12 Days of Dark Christmas. I have no idea. What do you want to do?
Also, what is 30 seconds to die?
60 Seconds to Die.
60 seconds to die.
60 Seconds to Die is like a horror anthology where somebody dies in 60 seconds. Hey.
You are the best with summaries, like the best.
You can see the first one. I believe it's still on Amazon Prime. If anybody... Oh, I broke the internet. That's true. I did. I believe you can see...
Why did you break the internet, Jed?
Because that's just my luck. I believe you can see the first one on Amazon Prime, and then the second... I'm in the second one, and now we're in the third one, so you can see me in all of them. But it's it's a horror anthology, so somebody dies every 60 seconds. But in the third one, it's every 90 seconds. Oh, spoiler alert.
What?
Yeah. So Garrett came up with a story. Do you want to tell everybody how you came up with the story? We kind of like...
No, like it was very much like a collaboration. The thing is, like, you kind of set the ground rules for what it was. No, you told me what, because I mean you brought the project, and so I was like, I've never heard of 60 Seconds to Die before. Like I said, I'm not plugged into this. I'm not plugged into this world yet. I'm very new to all of this.
Come to the dark side.
Working on it.
Hey.
As long as they have meat.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah.
You are blowing everyone's ears out, Jen. So yeah,
I'm sorry, but him and meat. My God.
I like meat. It's good. Every time I go to, and there's the craft services and everything's fucking cookies and chips, I'm like, what the shit? I'm kidding. I'm like,
no, it's true, because one time when I was like gonna bring a meal, you were like, oh, bring anything with meat.
Well, of course, because if you just bring like, I don't know, cheese pizza, I'm like, what the
I didn't bring cheese pizza.
No, you didn't.
Exactly. I listened.
Y'all good. That's in my rider. Just there has to be certain amounts of meat there that I can eat.
Meat.
It's what's for
dinner.
It is.
Okay. So
yeah, you brought the project, and you kind of set like some ground rules of like what it had to be.
What needed to be happening.
And so I was like, all right, what did you have in mind already? And then like I was like, all right, well, what about this? What about that? And like it was, but the way that my mind works is a very rapid fire. It's not. I'm still pretty fresh to the point where I don't have to sit down and like think about things for like hours at a time. I'm like, okay, tell me what you're thinking, and then I'll bounce things off of you. Especially when I'm working with someone else, it's like boom, boom, boom. Oh, this is an issue. All right, what about this? What about that? What about this? We came up with the idea finally. I think in total, it took us like an hour of messenger conversation.
Yeah.
And then I was like, boom, make it.
So then I had to write it.
Yeah. Because I haven't done that before yet. I've never written a script with dialogues and stuff. I've come up with the ideas, and I can execute them in person, but I haven't put them on paper yet. So, of course, your expertise of writing a script.
No pressure or anything.
No, not at all. And then once we got that, we got who we could have on set, who we could film with, what we needed as far as effects and props and blah blah blah. And we just used my apartment at the time. And there you go. It was pretty perfect. I gotta stop saying perf. I swear to God, like somebody called me
It's
on
kind
it.
of femmy.
Huh?
It's kind of femmy.
Is it?
A little bit. Perf.
I think Jason Leos used to say it, and then everyone else started saying it, and it just hasn't left my vocabulary.
Oh,
It's just
I didn't see the guns today.
pew 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 pew. Pew. I do like the guns, but I'm actually because we've been filming because we can talk about this in a second. I've been filming for the past 5 days, and I've had more caffeine in the past 5 days than I probably had in the past 5 months.
Probably.
I was like,
And alcohol.
oh. I wouldn't say more alcohol. I was like, I do have a podcast every week that I drink at, but a pretty good amount of alcohol. One of the awesome things about not doing a SAG project is that there are pretty much no rules as long as you can work, which we did. So that was cool. Going back, yes, filming the pill was super fun, and it was really cool because it was really just 3 people.
Yeah. You, me, and Richard Trejo.
Yeah, shout out Richard Trejo. Boo, 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 boo. We did have we had a situation scheduling. We improv some stuff where we needed to come up with something like some stage blood, and the only way that I knew how to make it, I was like,
super impressive.
Well, I was like,
and I don't give Garrett many compliments. So.
No, she doesn't. She usually just busts my balls about everything. So I was like, I know one way of making it because it also had to be in someone's mouth. Like you can't. There are certain stage bloods that are not edible and don't taste good. And I'm like,
most of them don't taste good.
Most of them don't.
No.
This one tasted fucking delicious.
This tasted delicious.
I'll be honest, I still have some left in a deli cup, and I just melt it, and then I put it on like strawberries and shit.
No, you do not.
Sometimes.
Do you really?
Yeah, so
I thought you didn't eat sugar.
Not all the time. Sometimes. It's just I don't eat a lot of it. I don't always have a sweet tooth, but I do like fruit, and I love chocolate covered strawberries. So if you're out there, I'm single, and if you want to know the way to my heart, it's meat and chocolate covered strawberries. So
lots of meat.
I basically have this candy dish that I have for other people that come over, not even myself. I'll have like one chocolate every few weeks or whatever. I took all the chocolate, melted it down, we added food coloring. I remember it took us so long to find the perfect combination of food coloring.
Which is kind of a bummer because I felt like if we just put it on camera, it would have been perfect like when we first did it.
I don't know.
You think so?
I just know that what we came up with was perfect, in my opinion.
True.
Because I've seen plenty of stage blood that just looks like, it's fake. The consistency, everything, this like the viscosity, I guess, like everything was so good. And the color. Really loved it.
Especially with the lighting, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm really proud about that. And then just the work that we did. So that's going to be hopefully distributed when? Like within a few months?
Hopefully.
Within a time frame of certain things. But definitely when keep your ear to the ground. It's a saying. Keep your ear to the pavement, ear to the ground. Thanks, Jen.
Busting your balls.
Always. 60 Seconds to Die. When that comes out, we'll be on it. Cool.
You need to drink more.
I am trying to do a thing. Also, my computer broke. I'm gonna drink more.
Slacker.
I know.
Go. Okay.
That's fucking delicious, though.
What is in this?
What do you think is in it?
Okay, I definitely know there's tequila in it.
Well, duh.
Orange juice.
Have you met me? Orange juice from oranges picked from my own tree.
Is this freshly squeezed?
Of course. Have you fucking met me?
Yes.
The only thing that's...
I did. Well, what's good with Garrett Lee with you? Yes, I know.
Exactly. The only thing that's not fresh in here is I use mango nectar that I just got from the store. Because I'm not going to juice mangoes.
Why?
Because I don't have a juicer.
Why?
Because you didn't buy me one, Jen.
Why?
What? Jenny? Fine, Jenny. No. Yeah. I it's a mango margarita, but it's... Do you like it?
I do.
Do you think it's also one of the better margaritas you've ever had? Not counting other margaritas that I've made you.
Yes. I don't like to admit that because I feel like your head goes. Whoop,
I don't know what that means.
inflates. Big head. Ego.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Does anybody else know Garrett Lee and know what his ego is like?
No.
No.
Definitely not. I don't know.
Yes, this
not a
is
thing.
one of the
It's
bestest,
Not a thing, Jen.
bestest margarita I've ever had.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Not
Cool.
like I haven't told you.
Yes. But, okay, going back. I've been on a project recently. So, For the past 5 days, I've been filming. I'm also going to stay away from Jennifer Nangle territory. I'm going to give no spoilers away.
Oh, come on. The films that I am in have been out for like months, so it's only fair that I can spoil them.
I guess. Okay, well, definitely not this one
You
because
just filmed this.
Yes. So the past five days I've been working with the wonderful gentleman from Proco Production Company. Shout out Proco. Pew, 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 pew. And it was a script written by Jeffrey Potts, who I've never worked with really before.
Who shot a couple episodes of Malvolia.
Yeah, and then he's also I know he's done. He also wrote the script for a movie Ryan did called Puppet. So that was a cool horror movie too. This one, without trying to give away too much, the synopsis would be, it's called Ancient Games, and it's essentially a group of friends who are fans of playing tabletop games, similar to like Dungeons and Dragons. So tabletop RPGs, and they come across a different game that they're gonna try this evening.
Is this like Beyond the Gates?
I don't know what that is, John. I don't. Did we establish that?
With Barbara Crampton?
No.
Okay.
Cool. So, before
y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know. So, this game definitely has some malicious sort of properties about it.
Mm-hmm. Where things come to life.
I don't know what you're talking about. No. But there is definitely some interesting things that happen because there's some supernatural horror elements that will definitely come into play. But one thing that I do want to say about this, and I love this about a lot of the projects that I work with, especially with Proco Production Company, this is not, and with you too sometimes, this is not straight horror.
Sometimes.
I'm sorry, how many times have I worked with you?
A lot.
I'm in different projects. Well, let's do more stuff.
Be careful what you wish for.
I've never wished for anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Jen, can we focus? Let's focus up.
Sorry.
We're focusing up now.
Okay, fine.
Cool. This is not a straight horror. It's very horror comedy, and I love that. But it's not like tongue-in-cheek campy all the time. There are definitely some funny jokes that are like, but then there's also a lot of good, like, I think natural moments in here, and I love that. Just from the stuff that I saw after we shot, it was so like different from a lot of other things that I've already done and seen that I'm very excited to see the finished product once it's all put together. And of course, I have a podcast. You guys will all know as soon as it's ready to come out. It's I know they're gonna try and put it in festivals and stuff like that.
Are they gonna do festivals? Or are they gonna put it online too?
Festivals, and then we'll see about the online thing because I don't know if I think there are rules like you can't be online if you're in a festival. Depending on certain things. I don't know the full rules, Jen.
You can be online and be in a festival.
Fine, show me the rule book, and then we'll talk about it.
I know it up here.
I'm so happy, and I'm sure everyone else is for you as well.
I think you're busting my balls more than I'm busting your balls tonight.
There has to be a balance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just like these headphones you gave me.
Yep, the best headphones around. Awesome. All right. So, anything else you want to plug or talk about right now, and then where can they find you?
What else do I want to talk about? You can find me at facebook.com/Jennifer Nangle.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me at jennifernangle.com. IMDb.
You have your own website?
/Jennifer Nangle. I do.
I didn't know that.
There are a lot of things you don't know about me.
Apparently.
Oh, you could follow the Queen. Well, okay. How about we...
Queen Latifah?
No, this Queen right here. You could go to twitter.com/Jennifer_Nangle or Instagram /Jennifer_Nangle. Or Queen Malvolia. Facebook.com/Queen Malvolia. Or Twitter @Queen Malvolia or Instagram @Queen Malvolia. Because she's a queen.
Yes, queen. All right. Well, we're going to jump into some quick stories right now. It's going to be an early episode, especially with just me and you. But you're free, of course, to talk about it.
And you know I will.
Finally.
I may have some news for you. Go ahead.
Entertainment news, everybody. This just broke out.
That's a scientific fact, huh?
I'm not going to get to this story.
question for you. News story that'll make you guys a little bit tingly in the fans. Okay, we need to move on from that. I need to get away from that real quick.
I read somewhere that their periods attract bears.
Wait for it. Fuck you, Ad.
Oh my god. I'm gonna listen to this in my dreams.
This is one of those things I feel like it just never gets old. All right. So, have you been to the movie theaters lately?
No.
Miss Nangle?
No.
Mrs. Nangle?
Fail.
Aww.
Mostly Netflix.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, like movies have now just become so there's so many services to just keep you on your couch now, or chair or whatever, like keep you inside your house.
I'm like super fan of Vudu because they have like a lot of films that are actually in theaters.
Oh, do they?
And it's a lot of indie stuff.
Nice.
So you can watch it cheaper than buying like 2 movie tickets and parking, and you watch a new movie.
That's pretty awesome. No, I that's the thing. I love it. My only gripe right now is, and this is such a first world problem. There are too many options for me.
Ho!
I'm someone that doesn't have a lot of time, because that's obviously what I want right now. And so when I'm watching something, it literally has to be the best thing for me to watch. And because I'm also somebody that's constantly trying to, I guess, learn. The thing at the forefront will be YouTube shows that will teach me stuff or keep me informed.
Retribution
on Netflix is
so good.
What is it?
It's a 6-part. It's like 6 episodes. Scottish, like miniseries.
Retribution. Talking about dragons and stuff.
It is bomb.
Is it dragons? It's
no.
dragons.
No.
God damn it.
It's everyday life.
I love dragons.
But it's like a murder mystery because I'm like super obsessed with murder mysteries.
Who murdered the dragon?
That's in the barn. Yes. But so well acted. The script is amazing. The way that it was put together was amazing. I pretty much figured it out by the 3rd episode because I try to do that. So I knew it was something like that. But good ending.
Well, good. All right. So you like Vudu then for that reason?
Vudu or Netflix. Retribution's on Netflix.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. And then there's all those other ones like Hulu. You have.
I don't have Hulu.
No, it's something. And then you're talking about Amazon Prime or Plus or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know why there's so many different ones. There's just all these different streaming services
and
YouTube Red, which we were kind of talking about earlier. Like in my opinion, right now, YouTube Red is of the big names in last place.
They are looking for new content. So if you have content, you can submit it.
Okay, well, go for it, guys.
I try to submit Malvolia, but
all right. Well, I'm gonna say this right now, and then if we do Malvolia, then cool, maybe I'll take it back.
Right?
But no, right now I'm being impartial, and everything that I've seen from YouTube Red has been extremely lackluster. Mm-hmm. You know, like right now, the thing that I've been the most interested in is now just letting me down so much in every new trailer. And that's the new Cobra Kai series. And this is going to be a follow-up to the Karate Kid original movies. Mm-hmm. Or no, maybe not original. I think they might have actually been a remake. But the ones everyone talks about. Ralph Macchio, that one.
So this is a thing that I've been coming across like the past couple weeks. Like I've been up for a couple of projects too, and I've been losing out to quote-unquote names. And it doesn't have to be like a big name.
But it's a name.
A name. And it's really frustrating because you can be right for the role, but the name will get it. And even though the name isn't right for the role, they still get it because they're quote unquote a name.
Yep.
So I feel like that's what they did with that project.
That's what I think a lot of people are trying to do right now. Nostalgia is selling. And even if it's not good, like they pull out people that have not acted in years, sometimes decades, and they're like, this will sell because they remember.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of the biggest ones more recently Netflix did with Fuller House.
Oh God, yeah.
And I tried watching that, and it is so cringeworthy. Just the acting, but diehard fans still love it.
They love it.
It's on season like 3 or 4 right now. I'm like, what the fuck?
Like a person that we worked with, like, is obsessed with that show.
Oh really? Jesus, yeah. Like I
don't get it.
I loved the original, and I know how campy it was, but it seems like they got worse.
Yeah.
Because everything's so tongue in cheek, sitcom-y.
It's like, boo.
Yeah,
Funny.
like oh no, I thought it was a thing. Womp womp womp. Laugh track.
It's really interesting that that's so successful too, because one of my short films went super viral.
Yeah.
And a lot of comments that I get on the film is that it's not realistic.
Which one?
The Deal.
Oh yeah, but
But it's a movie.
yeah.
But that's my whole thing. It's like, well, this generation is looking for something that's
I'm gonna go on the YouTube link right now and just like reply to that comment. Hold the fuck up. This is not a documentary.
I got, this is so unrealistic. Like, this would never happen. If you went home and you found your door open, you would not go in. First of all, there are reasons behind everything that my character does. And if you're really watching, you can figure it out. But I also got a comment that I look like 60 in that film.
Fuck.
Right? That's where you're supposed to say, no, Jen, you look amazing.
The fuck it actually entails that. So
okay.
you have to read in between the lines.
In between the lines.
Yes.
Okay, I see it.
In between the lines.
Awesome. Okay.
So, yeah, that's the internet though. It gives everyone a voice, especially trolls. And so there's like, this is why this is the worst thing ever.
So
and then I'm like, you literally understood none of this movie.
So they want realistic, but then they want like super campy fun.
And you shouldn't try and please everyone.
No.
Because, and this is one thing, I saw this, it was like on a painting or something that you find at like Kmart, which if Kmart still exists. God damn it, how old am I?
When were you at Kmart?
Why am I alive right now? God. The saying is you could be the juiciest peach and someone just doesn't like peaches. And I apply that to every project that I do.
It's true.
I'm like, as long as I feel I did great work and then I like the product, I don't care if someone's like, oh, this is this and this is that and blah, blah, blah. And then I'm like, well, dude, this is not for you.
True.
Go find something that is.
But when you start I should stop reading comments, because the more you read, the more you start being like, oh my God, really? But anyway, that's a whole other topic.
I hear you. Either way, let's get back on topic. We didn't go see movies.
Thank you, Blaine?
Huh?
Sorry, Blaine said I look amazing, so thank you.
Thanks for stating the obvious, David Blaine. What, David Blaine?
David. Just Blaine.
Cheez-Its, David Blaine. Cheez-Its. Okay. Black Panther's still in the lead in week 4. Good for it.
Did you see it?
$40 million. $40.8 million. Amazing. Yes, I saw it. I want to see it again. Have you not seen it? God damn it, Jenny.
I should have not reminded you about Jenny.
God damn it, Jenny.
Anyway.
All right.
No, I did not see it.
No, it's amazing. I want to see it again. And I can't wait for Infinity War. Good. Infinity War. I know you have to be kind of more so tied into the MCU, but yeah, Infinity War is coming out, I believe, in the next few months. I think it's May. Maybe. But yeah, hopefully. I think, yeah. Actually, no, it's in like 6 weeks, so I think it's May. And then number 2, A Wrinkle in Time, which some people said is unfilmable. They might have been right, because I mean, it's not a horrible opening. It's not a great opening. $33 million for this blockbuster with unstated budget.
I haven't seen many people talking about it.
Nope. No one's saying anything.
Nada.
But from the trailers, I know it's from a book. From the trailers, I'm like, I have no idea what this is. And
You know
from
what A Wrinkle in Time is?
do you listen to what I say? From the trailers, I will say, I don't know what this is, but I know it's all based off a book, and I know what the book's about. But if I didn't know that, then I wouldn't know what the fuck it's about.
Got you. Smart.
You're welcome. Number 3, Strangers Pray at Night. Talking about indie horror. The first one was very
amazing. Okay, I was a huge fan of the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see the second one because I've seen so many people disappointed with it.
Yeah, I was hearing the same thing.
And they say the first one's better.
Yeah.
Which is
But
sad.
that's the thing. Like, but it's weird. Like, a horror movie released in the middle of March. Not a great sign.
Happens.
Happens. Not a great sign.
Happens. I believe. No, The Purge is always in the summer.
No,
feel like
there's
there's
summer
not.
horror, and then there's end of year horror,
But I
and
feel like
anything
there's
in the beginning
springtime
year
horror.
is generally an experiment or horrible.
Wasn't The Gift? I mean, technically it wasn't a horror movie, but wasn't The Gift released around this time?
I would have to look that up.
Oh, why don't you make yourself useful?
Why don't you start talking so I can do that?
I will keep talking. So, now that I'm on the spot, I don't even know what to say.
Not so easy, is it?
No, it's not. First Strangers is my favorite. You should see Black Panther. Yeah. So, and usually when they throw out the second film, like it's usually right away. This one has been like what, 10 years? So they've had time to develop it and create it and make it interesting. It's kind of like music in your first album. Your first album is always amazing because you've spent like years perfecting it. And then they want you to do your sophomore album super fast because they want the money. But the sophomore album isn't as good because you haven't had those years behind it. With The Strangers. Why are you looking at me like that?
I just want you to keep talking.
Okay, so for The Strangers, the first one was incredible because obviously he has had time to develop it.
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it. The second one, 10 years. They've had time to develop it, create it, massage it, love it, give it some, yes, exactly.
Good massaging, right?
And it didn't work from a lot of what my peers are saying. So.
Got it.
It's a little hot in here.
Well, that's true. We've been in here for a while. The Gift did come out in August, so
There is another horror movie that came out in March.
I'm sure there was another movie that was in the horror genre that came out in March. Yes, you're right. But let's get back on track.
I love you,
Jenny.
Brock.
Huh? What?
What?
God damn it, David Blaine.
No, Brock just said he loves me.
Oh, good for him. Number 4, Red Sparrow, dropping drastically in its second week.
I want to see that.
Jesus. Just plummeted down to number 4. $8 million in its second week.
Do you know that the director did Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River video?
Good for him.
And he explained the whole Britney Spears thing.
What the fuck? Not that podcast, Jen.
Oh.
Not that podcast.
Moving on.
We have coming out this weekend. So, some new stuff. We have Tomb Raider, which may or may not be a good movie. I haven't heard anything good about it.
It looks just like the video game.
Which may or may not be a good thing. I haven't heard anything bad about it. So it's Alicia Vikander and Dominic West, Walton Goggins, and Daniel Wu in an adaptation of the video game franchise Tomb Raider. You may be familiar with the Angelina Jolie pics from some years back.
Yes, I am.
This is going to be a very different take, seemingly more based on the more recent reboot of the series. Video game movie.
I like the actress.
Still waiting on a good video game movie, though. Like, the best one, in my opinion, has been Mortal Kombat from the fucking 90s. Especially if you're putting into consideration the soundtrack.
Okay.
Mortal Kombat.
I vaguely remember it.
What? How do you not remember Mortal Kombat?
I used to play it at the arcade all the time.
Uh-huh.
But I don't remember the movie.
You've never...
I've seen that. I believe I've seen the movie. I just don't remember it. Oh God, here we go.
It's not as funny if you start like if you start doing things like that. It's not as funny.
What's not as funny?
Nothing.
Are you saying I'm not funny?
I don't know. Come up with something funny.
Wow.
I know, right? Such a dick.
Why am I here again? What is that?
There's something you're not supposed to reference in the audio podcast. It's their first time, everyone. It's their first time behind the camera or on a podcast or doing anything. You don't remember this. This amazing
Yes, I remember this.
feat
I remember this.
of music.
I remember this. Yes. I don't remember the movie.
They can't hear what we're... All right. We're going to put that in the background so
Awesome.
Go watch the. I have like both these. Don't worry about Annihilation. Watch the first Mortal Kombat movie. That is the best video game movie ever made so far. Ever. Also coming out, Love, Simon. It's a teen movie where the main character is in the closet
He's
he's in the closet.
If you watch the trailer, you really have no idea what it's about. Or the one trailer that
beg to differ.
Why do you always want to like bring it?
I don't know what you're talking about because it's already been brought.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're going down.
So yeah, this is like a coming of age
I
thing.
was watching MTV and the trailer that they
Hold the fuck up. MTV is still a thing?
Yes, because I was watching pretty.
Hold up. You watch MTV and you listen to the radio. So is what I was. What's going on, Jen? We're in 2018.
Okay, and I'm only 28 years old.
Yeah.
But anyway,
exactly. Samesies. We're the same age.
Yes, we are. I was watching Pretty Woman. Maybe it was something else. I was watching something.
Okay.
And so they had the commercial for it. And what they showed was not what the movie was about at all. Except the end part when the girl goes, "Did you break up with me because I look like a dude?" And he's like, "No, I broke up with you because you didn't look like a guy." That was it. But the whole part before, you don't know.
You totally do.
No, I'm telling you the commercial.
Okay. I believe you. I believe you.
Totally doesn't believe me. Does anybody else?
No. I'm getting everyone's saying no.
No, Thomas is saying hi.
You're saying hi. Good for you, Thomas. All right. Because my computer crashed, pretty much lost all my stories. We did have a few new things I just want to bring up. Go check out these if you haven't. I'm talking specifically to our listeners right now because Jen is not going to watch them. She's going to be on MTV and stuff like that. So recently we just got a brand new Fantastic Beasts trailer, and this one is actually I saw it and I thought it was actually very well done. This is going to be a follow-up to the film Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It's going to be set in the same Harry Potter world, and this one, spoiler until you actually watch the trailer, has a little bit of a cameo from a famous headmaster or soon-to-be headmaster. So check that out. Then, of course, there was another trailer today that dropped. I believe it was called Sorry for Bothering You or something along those lines. I would look it up, but my computer broke. It is so interesting. It is a very good-looking, apparently sold as a comedy, but there's a lot of different undertones. It has to do with basically a guy that is growing up, kind of poor. He is an African-American gentleman, and he is finding his way in life, but then he actually makes it in his job, which is telemarketing, I believe, and his whole life changes. But it's visually very interesting from what I saw in the trailer, as well as funny. Like, I laughed in a few of the things, but I didn't know it was a straight comedy. There was a third one. I think I was just talking about how shitty the trailers for Cobra Kai look right now. Besides that, I want to thank you right now for tuning in. You can go ahead and follow our guest, Jenny Nangle, at where? Where can they find you, Jenny?
Oh my God. Okay, so facebook.com/Jennifer Nangle, Jennifer Nangle _ no.
Can you stop looking at my screen, please, and just just say what you're going to say.
Twitter.com/Jennifer _Nangle, Instagram.com/Jennifer _Nangle. Or Queen Malvolia.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good. And then you can follow me personally at Garrett_AM_Lee at Twitter and Instagram. Follow me at Mitch_Striker on Snapchat. And then, of course, you can follow us on Facebook. Check us out at Humpcast. Everything. Just Google the word Humpcast because we love you. And we'll see you next week for our anniversary show. I'm going to close it out on this fucking jam.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. All right.
Oh, I started my own.